So really quickly, two examples of how to use Supercool School. One of them being Gabriel Kent. Gabriel Kent was actually the first person on the web to give a class after it already formed itself and filled itself with students. So there was a guy, Hector Jacar in Mexico. He's 20 years old, he's an entrepreneur, and he requested one of the first classes on our Facebook application about how to enter the Chinese business market. He was really interested in the Chinese market and requested that class. And very quickly, within 10 days, we had about 9 very young entrepreneurs from all around the world who signed up for that topic because they were interested in it. We had people from Germany, we had people from Australia, we had people from Canada, we had people from Spain and from Italy, and from the US, basically from all over the planet, signing up to that class and being interested in it. And we were wondering if there's going to be anybody who's going to show up voluntarily, who's going to have that knowledge to teach that class, because that was basically the first month where we started our little test app, and we weren't sure if that principle, if that idea even works or is useful, and if people would really understand it and use it the way we intended it to. So Gabriel Kent was the first person to voluntarily see that there's a demand for a certain class and sign up as a teacher. He's a young entrepreneur from LA. Originally, he's born and raised in Los Angeles. And 3 years ago, he moved to Shanghai to start a gaming company. So when he saw that request on the Supercool School application, he was like, wait a second, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am actually teaching right now, or I'm actually building a company in China, so I have a lot to say about this. He signed up for the class. When the date and time came, we logged in, and Gabriel just threw out all our assumptions about what is important and crucial to learn online in a social way. We thought all the features will be important. We need to have desktop sharing. We need to have this and that, and all the whistles and bells and all the features that are useful to exchange information and knowledge. And Gabriel showed up and didn't have any material prepared, didn't have a webcam, didn't have basically anything prepared for the class other than he had a working microphone. We had 9 young entrepreneurs from all around the world, and the class was scheduled for 30 minutes. It went on for 2.5 hours. And it was an amazing experience. And what we learned in that class was that if you bring together the right group of people, the learning curve just goes through the roof. Because that class was so rich and so vibrant in interaction. And Gabriel had so much to say about, and so many great stories to tell, and had so much expertise in how to build a startup and a gaming company, a software company in China, and all the problems he faced and all the challenges he had. And he was funny, and he could tell from real life experience and was passionate about the topic. And the audience, the students, were really, really interested in this. We're young entrepreneurs from all around the world. So we'd keep asking questions and interacting, and it was a magical experience. And he taught us a lot about what makes a great learning experience. We learned that first and foremost, the most important thing is to bring the right group of people together. Besides that, the more tools we give those people, the better it is. But it's not about the tools, it's always about the people. It's always about bringing the right group of people together to make the learning experience really powerful. The next class that I want to quickly share with you is a class that Nicole Mauserek from South Africa requested. She was the first person actually to request a class that was so specific, so unusual, that we were wondering if anybody would ever show up to teach this class. So Nicole was one of the first users on Facebook to request a class about how to be a successful wife, how to make marriage work. Now, when we saw that the first time, we were laughing and we were wondering if anybody would ever show up as a teacher for this. Exactly. I mean, it's a very specific, unusual thing to request about, and not something that any online learning platform would usually offer, or any teacher would say, yes, I would like to give courses about how to be a successful wife. I mean, it's a very specific request, but Nicole just got married a year ago, and she's a young mother, so that was a topic that was important for her and very, very present to her. So she requested it, and we were basically observing, curious to see if anybody would show up as a teacher and if anybody would be interested to learn this as well. I have to admit that it took a longer time than the how to enter the Chinese business market class. But after I think about 4 to 5 weeks, we had 5 young women who reserved a seat as students, and then we had a woman in Germany who signed up as a teacher and gave that class. Now, after that, they let me in, so now I know what to do to be a successful wife. I just have to figure out the other side, I guess, now on my own. But they allowed me in. I was part of the class. It was an amazing class. And after that, I asked the teacher how she made the decision to give this class. And she said she originally she was browsing through the Facebook application to see if there are any class offerings about stock investment, because she was interested in investing in stock. But then she saw that class and she thought, well, I've been married for over 30 years. I could teach this young woman something. And she was right. She had some good things to say. And it was a very, very interesting and powerful class, which taught us that, again, that if you bring the right group of people together, learning can be very beautiful and powerful. And the other thing is that if our job should not be to decide what is important to learn or not. Our job should not be to decide what is the right classes or the right topics or the right content or the right form. Our job, we don't really believe at Supercool School in good and bad teachers. We believe that there are people, just in real life, there are people who connect with each other, who can interact with each other in a valuable and meaningful way, and there are people who won't. And our job is to make a platform that will bring those people together. And some people will have mass appeal and have hopefully classes with thousands and thousands of students. And some teachers might have just classes with 2 or 3 people who are interested in this worldwide. It doesn't really matter. As long as the group enjoys itself, as long as learning becomes a powerful and enjoyable experience, we don't really care. So our vision for Supercool School is build a place where in the future more and more people will come together and offer to share their knowledge with each other and teach and study from each other, and really come to a paradigm shift and unlearn what we learned about learning and education. Forget about the old stigmas of good teachers and bad teachers, and good students and bad students, and things that are important to learn and things that are unimportant to learn, but rather build a platform that empowers everybody worldwide to learn whatever they're curious about, to find the greatest teachers for them and the greatest co-students, and really find their true talents and curiosities and hobbies, and empower themselves to develop their skills on a daily basis and to share their information with other people in a meaningful way. That's where we want to go and end up with Supercool School. And it's a long road. We're going to depend on your help to improve the platform, to improve on a daily basis, and to respond to whatever your needs are as a learner, as a teacher, and make this a better and better platform on a daily basis. It's not as easy as it looks like to build a global platform that works on the technological side and that is easy to use, easy enough to use, so millions of people are going to enjoy it. And that's what we're aiming to, and that what hopefully you're going to be part of that journey, step by step, helping us improving Supercool School, and being patient, because it's going to take us a while till we have everything tweaked from a technological point of view as well as from a design point of view and user experience point of view, till we ended up where we want to go. But hopefully, step by step, we will be able to provide that place for the world and make some positive change together.